This was literally one of my favorite segments.
Why?
Absolutely.
Because first of all, JJ was dope as hell. Like, I need to hire him as my life sensei. Like, I feel like he would improve my effectiveness at anything, like literally anything.
And Morgan getting through that like incredible injury and then literally back on the bike, back on the big jumps. I mean, that's
super
impressive.
excited about it. Like,
Yeah.
like, hey, you know what's cool? What I did, even though it almost killed me. Why don't you try it too?
And then I did it again.
And I'm gonna do it again.
And it's
able to relate
discipline.
to.
And it's
And it's
discipline.
discipline.
And JJ has a focus discipline and
That's
and
infectious,
Morgan
actually.
has this power discipline. Yeah, it was really good lessons there.
And also for people like, I mean, I know you're not interested, but I'm sure for people who are like thinking about going into like extreme sports like that, I'm sure
Gotcha.
it's like very inspiring. Like JJ's inspiring to me.
Growing up, I actually was very interested in extreme sports. As I got older, I got a little more wussy.
Aware of the reality
I
of the
began,
situation.
like reality started to have play a bigger part in my life.
That line,
right?
that's death right there.
Yeah, see, yeah, and
That's death
I
right
try to
there.
stay away from that line as much as possible.
Yeah.
Right. Until something that I consider fun happens, and then maybe I'll get closer to it.
Really?
But
I'm planning a trip where I'm gonna bungee jump and go
yeah.
zorbing and.
See, I'm not about that life either.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Or apparently you can risk your life and freedom by going to New Jersey with magazines. Can you explain this to me? Because it makes, I don't get it.
It harkens back to my whole redundant argument that lawmakers making laws about a subject they know nothing about ends up hurting people that we're not worried about.
So what's the law?
Basically, there's a limit in the number of rounds that your magazine can hold.
Why?
Okay. All right. So the clip limit.
The magazine.
Magazine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
So
Why though? Like,
because they feel like the less number of rounds you have in your magazine, the less damage you can act it.
so for an automatic weapon, you're not going into killing spree because you have fewer.
It forces you to. They believe
Reload.
it forces you to reload, and therefore making it.
Which would give someone else the opportunity to halt the attack
Okay.
during the time. that they
Assuming
reload.
somebody who woke up that day and decided to kill a bunch of people decided to follow the law that said he can only have 7 rounds in his magazine.
Well,
Because he
that's
could
fair.
go to Philadelphia and get as many as he wanted.
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
crazy.
He can go anyway. I mean, they're in that state.
Those two cases, they broke the law without knowing that they were breaking the law.
Yes.
Well, am I right that they were
They're-
coming in from out of state?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Brian was coming from Colorado. The mom was coming from
From
Pennsylvania?
Pennsylvania.
yeah, Pennsylvania, and JJ this was his Guatemala
Yeah,
situation.
this was like a whole
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And of course,
Yeah.
negligence or lack of knowledge of the law is no defense.
It's not.
Well, that's
However,
for training, but even
here's the one thing about the kind of cultist aspect of
Yes.
gun laws in this country, right? This kind of piecemeal, different
this
laws.
patchwork
states-
of
patchwork,
laws,
yeah.
yes.
You essentially have to be in, like, if you travel,
Yeah.
you legitimately have to be an attorney in order to navigate all of the various laws. You really,
that's
honestly
not
do.
fair.
If you're doing a road trip and you got a firearm in the car,
I mean, you heard the guy, he literally called the local PD
Yeah.
and asked them exactly what he should do with his gun.
And that was crazy to me,
Yeah.
but the fact that it sounds like, from what it sounds like, the police didn't know.
No, they don't.
And that's a problem.
That's because because the laws are usually very vague, and they're based on reaction, and they're not thought through.
I don't like that
and they're
at all.
based on ignorance. Like, for instance, J.J. Rakaz's situation.
Honestly, like, as someone who is still advocating for like sensible gun control, I was like, stuff like that pisses me off because you've taken the ground from under me. Like, now you got me looking crazy. Like, oh, sensible gun laws, like this stupid shit. Now I look stupid. Like, I don't like.
and that comes within the bounds of sensible.
As much fun as we had with this episode, we can all agree that we're in unison. We really like that, enjoyed that episode quite a
Absolutely.
bit. I enjoyed all of them, but I'm pretty sure you have your misgivings, and considering
There was some good lessons there.
No, this is a good. Like, seriously, this is a really good episode.
Yeah.
Like, lifestyle, all of that is good.
Absolutely, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And like I said before, JJ just has this way of pulling out all of your inadequacies that you try to ignore on a daily basis. But then inspiring you to fix them.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So that's
and I
pretty
think
cool.
we could all pursue our passions in life with that level of discipline.
A quarter of that discipline, and I would seriously
Rule the
do
world,
a lot
right?
better. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like,
You might actually
What
buy
would
a
we
gun.
achieve?
Let's not go too far. Let's not be
I'm going to end it right there so that she doesn't have time to change her mind. But no.